Alright guys, this is the moment you've been waiting for. This is my review of Halloween 2018. I finally saw it. It sucked. Completely. I don't know how else to put it. The movie basically opens up with them showing Smith's Grove Sanitarium, and they're showing a bunch of mental patients, and you've got this random black guy that just pops out of nowhere, and then I see this random black guy lying down on the bed. I don't know if that's the same one. It's almost like they're trying to say, look, we're not racist. Look, see, here he is. Look at this black guy. Look at him. Then the podcasters arrive, and they are played by Ryan Reeves plays Dana Haynes, who is a true crime podcaster, and she is Aaron's partner, and Jefferson Hall plays Aaron Corey, a true crime podcaster and Dana's partner. They arrived there, and Dr. Sartain, I guess his name is. I don't even know how to pronounce his first name. Dr. Ranbar Sartain, played by Haluk Bilgner. What the hell kind of name is that? Anyway, so Dr. Sartain is telling the podcasters about Michael, and they go out to the courtyard and they try to talk to him, and Aaron Corey is like, say something, Michael, say something, and then the Halloween theme comes on. There isn't even an introduction to the Halloween theme. It just comes on. You know how normally it plays first, like it might go dun 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 dun, and then it would go dun dun dun. It doesn't do that. It just starts playing dun dun dun. So that really turned me off. And then we get to Haddonfield, Illinois, and we see Laurie, played by the legendary Jamie Lee Curtis, and she's living at this compound or whatever, and Aaron and Dana, they're trying to get into there to interview her, but she's not answering them, so they basically have to bribe her with $3,000. Dana's all like, how does $3,000 sound? And then Laurie lets her in, and they talk to her, but she doesn't say much. Laurie asks them if they believe in the boogeyman, and Aaron's like, I believe in Michael Myers, but boogeyman, no. And she's like, well, you should. And then she's so rude, she's like, I think it's time for you to go. She opens the door, she's like, get out. I'd have been like, I'll leave then, bitch. I don't gotta stay here. We also have Karen Nelson, aka Karen Strode, played by Judy Greer. I hated Karen. She was a complete asshole to her mom, a complete bitch to her mom. Oh, mom, you're crazy. You need help. You know what? I look at it this way. Your ass is alive, aren't you? She got you this far, so she wasn't that crazy. You're alive, aren't you? So what does that say about her? And then I know some of you are going to be like, well, Myers fan, she's alive because she was taken away from Laurie. Yeah, but she was taken away from Laurie at the age of 12. Who got her through the first 12 years? Laurie did. So Michael Myers is supposed to be getting transferred. He's on the bus, and Dr. Sartain gets on the bus with him and shit. He's like, don't worry, Michael. I will protect you. Why are you getting your weird ass on the bus? What do you have to do with anything? So he gets on the bus and the bus inexplicably crashes. And the patients end up in the middle of the road, just like Halloween 1. Michael kills a kid. And the kid's dad dies, but you don't ever see what happened to him. You just see somebody dead on the ground and they're like, run! I cannot believe that this is the movie that people blocked me over. Somebody blocked me over this piece of shit. Seriously. This is the movie you block me over? If you're gonna block me for a good reason and for a good movie. You block me over this? So once we get through all the filler, the podcasters get killed. Dana gets strangled and Aaron gets his head bashed against the bathroom door. And then you see this red truck that says Resurrection Church. And that's obviously a reference to Halloween Resurrection, which was a better movie than this. I don't care what you say. Because this didn't feel like a Halloween movie at all. This was just a fan film with Jamie Lee Curtis in it. They're having a school dance. And Allison is talking to her father before the school dance and everything, before she goes to school. Her dad is played by Toby Huss. The dad is pretty cool. See, here's the problem. You're supposed to hate Michael Myers. A rational person would hate Michael Myers. Michael Myers is supposed to be the epitome of evil, the embodiment of evil. You're supposed to hate him. But I didn't. I hated them more than I hated him. They were annoying. The least annoying person was Allison. And that was until the end of the movie, when she gave that dude the finger, all because he made a move on her. Now, I get that that was wrong, but I think giving him the finger and calling him a dumbass was a bit harsh. Who knows? Maybe I just have sympathy for the school losers, you know, the school geek. But I thought that was a bit harsh. She gave him the finger, and then he got killed by Michael Myers. He's all running and everything, and the motion sensors are going on and off, and the lights are blinking and shit, and he's running, and he gets stuck on the gate, and he gets stabbed. The black kid, what's his name? Julian Morrissey, played by Jabril Namtambu, or so I guess he's African. He's alright. Kind of annoying that he has a foul mouth at such a young age, but who knows? I guess that's the thing. And then you have Vicky, played by Virginia Gardner. That's Allison's best friend. She's babysitting Julian, and she can't even wait until she goes home to start smoking weed. And I like the part where she jumps out and scares him. She goes, blah! That was cool. Allison is the only likable character in the entire movie. How come everybody in my circle says the same thing? Allison is really the only likable character. I don't know what it is, so I will give it to you, Andi Matichak. You did a good job in this movie. You were the only likable character. But it is what it is. It was just a bad movie. Michael Myers didn't seem like Michael Myers. There was one scene where Laurie was looking for him in the dark, and he pins her up against a wall with the shotgun. He's not even doing things that Michael Myers would do. He didn't stalk anybody. I don't know. It's just he wasn't acting like Michael Myers at all. I just don't get it. And then there was the scene where Dr. Sartain reveals that he's obsessed with Michael and that he wants to know what it feels like to be Michael, so he kills the sheriff with a pen that's actually a scalpel. And he puts the mask on and he thinks that Michael's his friend, but Michael just kills him. A friend of mine asked me, what was the worst part of this movie? And I told her, when the whole house smells like shit, you can't just isolate one section of it. The movie was just terrible. It had no atmosphere at all. No wind blowing. No creepy Halloween music. What the what the fuck was I watching? He didn't peer in the window and look at anybody. He didn't do anything that he does in any of the other movies. What was this? And the only reason that it made so much money is because a lot of people went to see it. And even my mom pointed out that just because a lot of people went to see it, and just because it made a lot of money, that doesn't make it good. It just means a lot of people went to see it. The budget was $10 million. At the box office, it made $253 million. It doesn't mean it was good. That just means that they happened to sell $253 million worth of tickets. That's all it means. It doesn't make it a good movie. If a whole bunch of people paid to watch me eat ice cream, it doesn't mean that I'm entertaining. It just means that a whole bunch of people paid to watch me eat ice cream. You can say whatever you want to say about me. I'm always going to respect everybody's opinion. But it's when you come off disrespectful to me, that's when I'm going to block you. If you like the movie, that's perfectly fine with me. I'm perfectly fine with that. But when you start disrespecting me, calling me names, trolling my channel, you're going to get blocked and your comment is going to be deleted. I hated this piece of shit, and I have no problem saying that. Like I said, I wanted to meet the cast of 2018 because I'm a huge Halloween fan. Even though I didn't like the movie, I wanted to meet them. And if they still can't give me an interview because I don't like the movie, like I told you, that's their problem, not mine. So, yeah, Michael Myers killed Allison's friend, Oscar, I think his name was. By the way, she's salty because she got cheated on. I'm not saying that you shouldn't expect loyalty from a boyfriend or girlfriend. What I'm saying is, they were teenagers. Do you really think a teenager is going to be loyal? Come on, man. You were actually looking for a long-term future with this guy? Seriously? He's a freaking teenager. And he's horny. He was at a school dance. And like I said, I hated the characters more than I hated the villain. The villain is a character, but you know what I mean. I hated them more than I hated him because they were all annoying. Except for Allison, and she was only annoying when she was horrible to Oscar. I have a sympathy for geeks. What can I say? That's the only thing I didn't like about her, but other than that, she was cool. Not that good at screaming, but it is what it is. And all this movie is was a bunch of Easter eggs. They just throw the Easter eggs right in your face. Hey, look, remember Silver Shamrock? Look, there it is right there. Remember that? Silver Shamrock right there. You remember Silver Shamrock? Oh, look, Resurrection Church. Remember Resurrection? Remember that movie Halloween Resurrection? There it is right there. Oh, look, Laurie fell off the balcony. Now she's not there anymore. Remember when Michael did that in the first one? He did that in the first one. Remember when he did that? I mean, yeah, speaking of Halloween Resurrection actually had Easter eggs in it. But they weren't as obvious to, you couldn't just pick them out like you can with this one. This movie just threw the Easter eggs in your face. It didn't feel like a Halloween movie at all. And as my former friend, Voice D'Souza, pointed out, it never felt like they were in any real danger. Allison was never in any real danger. Yeah, she saw him, but she was running and screaming for no reason. The gate was protecting her, and when she saw the mannequins, she just started freaking out. What are you freaking out for? They're mannequins. And by the way, why are the mannequins naked? You could have at least dressed them like Michael so it wouldn't look as awkward. You got a bunch of naked mannequins in your house. So Allison runs back to her grandmom's house after Oscar gets killed, and they all go down in the basement. I feel like I don't know whether I'm watching Halloween or Home Alone. I'm waiting for Macaulay Culkin, Kevin McAllister to jump out of this motherfucker and just scream and go, ah! The Home Alone face? Where he puts his hands on his face and opens up his mouth real wide. I'm looking for his mom to jump out and go, Kevin! I thought I was watching Home Alone and shit. I couldn't tell which was which. They got a whole bunker down there with water and everything. How old is that water that's down there? I'm not drinking that old ass water. I don't know how long that water was down there. It probably stinks by now. Was she even refilling the jars and the jugs or whatever you call them? I don't care what y'all say about me. That's right. I notice things. I don't care. How long was that water down there? I want to know. I like the part where Jamie Lee Curtis broke into her daughter's house and said, you don't even have adequate security in your house. I thought that was cool. Anybody can just get in here, she's saying. That was a good scene. Jamie Lee Curtis was alright, I guess. And really, the bad thing about this, they claim that this movie did so well. But the bad thing about this is that if a movie does do this well, there's nowhere to go but down. Because if you're going to repeat the same formula, it gets boring. And they're already talking about doing a sequel. Quite naturally, they're going to put Jamie Lee Curtis in it. Quite naturally, Andi Matichak is going to be back in it. Because they're trying to make her the new Scout Compton. She even looks like Scout Compton. A little bit. I would say one more annoying thing about Allison is that she kept calling her grandmother. She like, grandmother, where's grandmother? What is this, Britain? Are you going to be like, do you have some tea? Grandmother, have you any tea? Tea and crumpets? Grandmother? Why couldn't you just call her grandma? That's what everybody else calls their grandma. When I call my grandma, I just be like, grandma. I don't be like, grandmother. Have you any tea? Could you bring me a biscuit? Put a little cheese on it, yeah? I thought Oliver Twist was going to be in this movie. I would like some more, please. More, sir. More. More. You want more? But no, seriously though, at the end of the movie, so they're all down there in the bottom of the house, and they're like, oh, this wasn't really a cage, baby. This wasn't a cage. This was my trap that I set for him. Okay, what does that even mean? So basically they go back down to the bottom of the house, like I was saying earlier, and they set the house on fire. Michael Myers is down there, but it doesn't really show him being on fire. It just shows the fire surrounding him. They run out of the house. Allison flags somebody down, and she says, help us. And they're all led to safety. Not one of them died. Only the people around them died. And like Voice pointed out, they were never in any immediate danger. So what kind of Halloween movie is this? I felt like this was like a women's empowerment movie to show that you can overcome violence if you try really hard. They made it a political movie instead of just making a Halloween movie. Do you think Halloween Resurrection was a political movie? No, it was just a movie. But no, they had to put a political message in this. You know, because it was the era of the, you know, this is the Me Too era. And I get that. I totally get it. You know, I understand victimization because I'm black. So I understand that. But I just felt like it doesn't belong in a Halloween movie. If you're going to make a Halloween movie, just make a Halloween movie. It doesn't have to be political. But anyway, so Allison flags this person down. They get on the back of his truck, and Allison is clutching the knife. Why is she holding Michael's knife so tight? Is that even Michael's knife? I don't even remember anymore. It might have been Laurie's knife, but either way, she's clutching the knife with like this death grip. And then the movie just goes off. That's it. Halloween 2018. Released on Michael Myers' birthday, which is October 19th. They had the nerve to release it on his birthday, and it sucked. That's horrible. I'm just going to give you my honest opinion. So, I'm sorry if I came off as disrespectful. Wasn't trying to be. Just didn't like the movie. I actually did reach out to the cast of 2018. They ignored my requests. They didn't respond. But for now, it's over. Halloween 2018, everybody. October 19th of this year, 2018. If you guys liked it, that's fine. I didn't. I hated it. And I don't apologize for it. And I shouldn't have to apologize for it. So anyways, I hated the movie. I'm the Michael Myers fanatic. I approve this message. Halloween sucked, but I'm glad I got to see it. Alright, thanks for listening.